Hey, 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 courageous leaders. Happy Monday. How are you today? I hope you are cool. It's lovely, beautiful, and sunny here on the South Coast, and I have just had my hair done. Whoop, whoop, whoop. So if you are watching the replay, please let me know you're watching. It's always good to know if you're watching and if you find what I warble on about useful, and if you are coming on live, please do say hey. If you're new to the group, welcome. I've had lots of wonderful new members join the group since last week, which I am delighted about. I met some of you at the talk I gave for Lisa Johnson's fantastic event in aid of Bullying UK, and it was a delight to meet you. We've got Sarah coming on and we've got Mum coming on. Do you like my hair, Mum? So yeah, I've just had my hair done this morning. So if you may have seen my hair before, it was really dark, it was getting really wintry, and it was quite dark, and I had these black stripes sort of going through here. Now I've still got those, but I've just lightened the whole thing up because spring is coming, and I'm excited about that. And isn't it good to just change things up? I like to change things up all the time. Hey Rachel, hey John, hey Sarah. Is it Sarah or Sarah? I don't know how to pronounce that. Sometimes it's Sarah, sometimes it's Sarah. Another Rachel, hey Louise, lovely to see you guys. Hope you are cool. It was a fab event, wasn't it, Rachel? And thank you so much for coming on and watching this live that I'm doing today. I really appreciate it. Hey Louise, lovely to see you. So, the reason why I'm doing this one is because I posted a few weeks ago, I did a live, if you haven't seen it, about my most successful month yet, which is this month. And I always want to be honest and realistic, because lots of people put out, I've done this, I've had this amount of money in this month. But we're talking about like revenue, we're talking about the total amount of money coming in, and we're not actually factoring in what's going out. And I think it's really, really important to talk about this, because it is something that we really need to be on the case with. And it's something that we need to know about in terms of what's going out and what is an investment and what is an expense. I think it's really important to identify the difference between the two. So that's why I am doing this. No H, so Sarah. Yeah, it's funny because I know somebody who has that spelling, and it's Sarah. So they're Australian. I don't know if that makes a difference. So before we start, I'd like to get an idea of where you are at with this. First of all, tell me how you are with money. And second of all, tell me, do you know the difference between an investment and an expense? And if you can kind of put it in the chat and let me know what you think. Oh, sorry. Just some notifications coming through there. Let me know what you think. Because for me, first of all, I have to say that numbers are not my forte, right? So maths, certain types of maths I did enjoy at school, but maths has never been like a massive strength of mine, right? So I had the limiting belief that I'm not good with numbers, and I've always had that kind of limiting belief, right? I'm not good with numbers. But when I actually started to run my business, I realised that it's not so much that I'm not good with numbers. I don't necessarily have an interest with numbers. Digital numbers don't kind of work right in my brain. I'm much more right brain. I'm much more creative, conceptual. That's how I think, and that's how I best think. So dealing with numbers and dealing with all that in my business hasn't always been a strong point. So luckily for me, I have the most amazing VA, Sharon Pegram. If you don't know her, check her out. She is awesome. And literally, she has just sorted this all out for me. And quite recently as well, she sorted this all out for me. So I use accounting software called Wave, and it's like free accounting software. And since doing that, it's all in one place and you can keep track of it. But still, it's quite difficult because of things going in and things going out and all this sort of stuff. So at the end of last year, we kind of said, right, let's get really kind of like very, very clear on what's going in, what's going out. Because for me personally, my personal situation changed last year. And so all of a sudden, the financials were really, really important in terms of I am needing to earn more money now than I was before, because I am now a single parent. So yes, of course, there's support and things like that. And I'm not going to go into details of like my financial situation, but I am responsible for ensuring, of course, as much as possible, that I want my children to have a great future. I want to make lots of memories. I want to be able to do certain things. And in order to do that, I need to earn more money. Okay, so that's my situation. Hey, Lou, lovely to see you. I didn't know you were in this group. How are you doing? Let's see what you're saying here. You're not a numbers person either. It is confusing, isn't it, Sarah? I'm on top of my numbers, but not sure about the difference. Okay. Is an investment more to do with helping you grow your business? Well, we'll tackle that. For me, investment helps you grow. Personally, or the business expenses, running costs. Absolutely, really, really fantastic. But sometimes we can see an expense as an expense when actually it's an investment. And so I think that's why it's really important. Hey, Ed. Hey, Emily. Lovely to see you. So when I think about last year, and I think about the things that I've gone over and I've looked at in terms of the expenses of my business, there were a lot of expenses. There were a lot of expenses. And the thing about that is that when you get to, I'm going to say a certain level, that could be at any level, right? So you start at entry level and then you kind of go up to a level and then you go up to another level. For me, the transition to the next level involved me having more expenses, right? And that's just the way it is. If we think about the things that we need to run our business, like subscriptions to things that we need, like the software and the technology that we need to run our business. The wonderful Liz Wilkins has just come on. Hey Liz, going to give you a plug here. I took my membership, my courses and things to the next level last year. And I worked with the awesome Liz to actually put them on a platform. So put the course materials on a platform. Up until then, I wasn't doing that because it wasn't necessary. But when I upscaled and upgraded, I needed to do that. So my membership platform was put into a portal, and my Ultimate Speaker course was also put into an amazing portal, and it looks awesome with branding and all of that sort of stuff. And the awesome Liz did that. So just giving you a shout there, Liz. But that could be seen as an expense, and I'll talk about that in a minute. But subscriptions and licenses and insurances and accounting fees, getting a team around you to help with things like Facebook ads and all of those things that I've needed in order to go to the next level, I needed to pay for. And the other expenses, such as hotel stays, going away and staying in a hotel, that's an expense, isn't it? It can be seen as an expense. My conference last year, there was a lot of outgoings with that. A lot of outgoings, a lot of expense, right? And the reason why I'm talking about this is because last year, because there were so many outgoings, and I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? At one point, and particularly after my conference, after Entrepreneurial Leaders Live, I looked at the expense, at the cost of the conference, and I was like, wow, look at that expense. And my good friend, Toby Moore, who a lot of you will know, he's the head curator of TEDx Brighton. He actually said to me, Helen, it's not an expense, it's an investment. And that actually just started to get me thinking about how I look at the things that happen in my business. And I think this is a really, really important mindset thing, okay? So this is what I'm actually talking about today. I'm actually talking about mindset. Because there will be things that you may see as an expense in your business that are actually an investment. And if you can see it as an investment, as in if you can widen and broaden your horizons and think of the bigger picture and the longer term gain and longer term benefits, that will see you through. Because if we are thinking of everything as an expense, we're kind of managing, and we're not leading, right? So I used to train and coach leaders, and there was always a differentiation between a manager and a leader. And the managers manage the day-to-day. They kind of keep on top of things, yeah? They manage the process, whereas a leader is more visionary, is more big picture, is more kind of forward thinking. And that's what I encourage you to be with your business. And understand that what may seem as an expense actually could be a real investment. And I loved the description. Who gave the description here? Investment helps you grow personally or the business. Expense is a running cost, right? And that is, for me, the difference as well. We've got Ed in the house. What are you saying, Liz? You've totally upgraded your brand and the client experience. Exactly. Thanks to you, Liz. It's Helen time. Oh, I'm glad it's an important topic. Some people see expenses. I see investments in me and my business. Totally agree. It is a mindset shift. So when Toby said that to me and he said, it's an investment, I absolutely, completely flipped my thinking, right? I completely flipped my thinking and I was like, do you know what? It so is. Because just running that event has led on to so many other opportunities. And it's the opportunities that have given me the opportunity to grow and evolve and upscale and increase my visibility and my authority. You know, not only in terms of new clients and new people in my following and all of that, but new opportunities. Like I got my regular BBC radio slot as a direct result of running that conference. You know, so there are so many things that have happened as a result of that. And I really encourage you to think this way too. So there are things that are coming up that I'm doing at the moment that I will be revealing more about very shortly, which are very exciting. I see Lewis has jumped on. I'm not sure if you're still on, Lewis. There's some exciting things coming up that are a real investment. And also, I want to go through a few things that I have invested in the last year that have been a massive opportunity for me and opportunity for growth, but also my clients. You never thought of it like that. It's all about mindset. It really is. Hey, Tina, lovely to see you. So there's a few things I want to cover, right? First of all, I want to talk about my kind of expenses / investments in the last year. So in terms of my personal and professional development, I invested a lot of money in myself last year. First of all, I did that over lots of memberships. So I'm a member of like 4 different membership communities, each giving me different things. So one, for example, was Janet Murray's PR focused membership community. Another is I joined Simone Vincenzi's community to hone my speaking. I'm a member of Jessica Lorimer's. I'm a member of Dan Meredith. And each of these communities gives access to a network of people, resources, opportunities, speaking opportunities, collaboration opportunities, JV opportunities. And that's from quite a relatively low cost. But I pass all of that on to my clients, those networks, those connections I've made, those opportunities for podcast interviews for my clients and things like that, right? So that is absolutely an investment and not an expense, right? So that's just one example. I went to the Youpreneur Summit. I went to a few kind of conferences and events last year, right? And the ticket was about £700 because I went for the full 3 day. Now, the reason why I went for the full 3 day was because I wanted the full experience. I wanted to have a mastermind day, but also I wanted to connect with people. I wanted to build relationships with people over that period of time. And I also wanted to build a relationship with Chris Ducker, who runs the conference, right? That's what I wanted to do. What are you saying, Andy, here? Yes, I'm such a huge fan of Invest in Yourself. I belong to 3 paid membership communities. I'm in 2 masterminds, maybe Ovical. Well, there we go. They pay off regularly, right? And if you are using them, then it's okay, isn't it? It's okay. So for me, the Youpreneur conference wasn't just about learning and taking away. It was about making connections. It was about, inviting new people into my world and building relationships with them. And so many opportunities have come out of that. I have to give a shout out to Andy because I'm on your podcast today, which was an awesome opportunity and came out as a direct result of that investment. And all sorts of other things, including clients, more collaboration opportunities. So that was absolutely an investment. The other thing that I invested in, which was a real commitment for me last year, which is still going on now, was one-to-one transformational coaching. So as a lot of you may know, my marriage broke down in the summer and I really needed some support to get through that tricky period. And so I'd been wanting to work with Katie Phillips, who is my coach, for a long time. And the time was right. And I actually signed up with her for a year. Now that is a big investment. But I knew that that's what I needed personally to be able to grow, to be able to move through the difficult period. And I also knew that it would benefit my clients. I knew that what I was learning, I could help my clients with as well. And so absolutely, that investment is paying off. It's continuing. It is a journey. But investing in myself in that way, I just knew that that was what I needed to do. Another big investment I made last year was in speaker coaching. So for me, my experience in speaking has been based out of me standing up and delivering training and coaching leaders on presenting and making an impact for 15 years, right? That's where I get my kind of speaking expertise from. But I knew that I had to take it to the next level. It's what got me here won't get me there. And I wanted to hone new skills. I wanted to take my personal speaking to the next level. And I also wanted to help my clients with that too. So I invested quite a considerable sum of money in speaker coaching with Pete Cohen. And it was the best thing that I could have done, because not only did he help me with my talk for EL Live, but he came along and other opportunities have come out of that too. So that was an incredible investment. It wasn't an expense, right? So what I'm saying here is that you can look at everything as an investment if it's the right decision and you know that you're going to have an opportunity from it. And there's one thing that I have to mention here, which a lot of people don't talk about, and this is paying to play. Now, in my course, Standout Leader, I talk about influencers and how you can build relationships with different types of influencers to increase your visibility, to increase your authority, to get in front of the right people, all of that sort of stuff, right? And I firmly believe that it's about building relationships with people. But in certain situations, you've got to pay to play. And what that means is you pay money to show the person that you want to get in front of, that you want to build a relationship, that you are serious about them, that you are invested in them, that you're invested in them as a person, right? That you believe in them and you're willing to pay for their time. Now, I've done this a few times over the past couple of years, and each time that investment has paid off then some for me, okay? And I'm going to give you a few examples, just going to be completely upfront and open and honest. So when I first met Dan Meredith, I wanted to get into his world. I knew that he was very well connected. This is just being completely upfront and honest. He was very well connected. He had lots of people in his network that I wanted to build relationships with. But because he has such a big following and he is very, very busy, I wanted the shortcut. And so I paid for a consulting day with him way back in summer last year, and started to build a relationship with him. And from there on, lots and lots of things have happened. I've spoken at his conference, all sorts of other things have happened as well. And I've really, really benefited from that investment. And I paid to play. The other thing that I spent quite a lot of money on last year was Janet Murray's mastermind. It was a high-level mastermind. It was a big chunk of money every month. But again, I was paying to play there because of Janet's connections. Also, I really wanted to learn more from her in terms of her skills and the things that she could impart. But I was paying to play, and I've done that a number of times. I guess with my speaker coaching, I was doing that as well because of the opportunities that have come as a result of that. So when you're investing, it's not just about what you're going to learn and what you're going to gain as a kind of transaction. I pay you money, you teach me something. It's who am I going to get connected with? Who can I get in front of quicker? Who can I get access to? This is how it works, okay? And it's not about being sly or sleazy or nasty or mean or selfish or inauthentic. It's about saying, I really like this person. I like what they're about. I like what they're doing and what they're achieving. I'm going to show that person that I'm invested in them, and so I'm going to do that. Now, that might not be everybody's cup of tea, and that's cool. But personally, when I want to build relationships with people, when I have certain goals to achieve, I want to show them that I'm serious. And so that's why I have paid to play. Now, anybody else do that? Has anybody else done that? Have you got results from it? Of course, you don't have to pay to play to build a relationship with someone who is influential. Of course, you don't have to do that. I've worked with many, many people where I haven't done that. I've just built genuine relationships with them, and it's been mutually beneficial. So I'm not saying that's the only strategy, but it is one strategy that I have employed, and it has worked really, really well. And it's all coming from a place of genuine authenticity. Hi, nice hair. That's an investment in confidence. This is the thing, right? Makes you feel good about yourself. Have a little bit of an upgrade. Oh, I'm glad you jumped on whilst you're having lunch, Nick. So tell me what you think about this. You know, yes, there are running costs in your business, but there are certain things that you need to invest in order to take yourself to the next level. And then when it comes to coaching and consulting and things like that, and actually learning skills, it isn't just about the skills you're going to get from that person or the accountability or the motivation. It's access to what they have access to. What are your coaches investing in? So I've just signed up to another mastermind this year, Jessica Lorimer's mastermind. I'm really excited about that. There's some awesome people on here that are also in that mastermind. And I will continue to invest in myself to find more opportunities to grow, to find more opportunities to scale, to learn new skills and to learn new strategies so I know what got me here won't get me there. I know that there will be new strategies that I need to employ that only a mentor can share with me. And then I pass that on to my clients. I pass on everything that I have access to my clients. A lot of people say to me, oh, Helen, you give so much stuff away for free. Well, that ain't the half of it. Not even the half of it. This is just a tiny fraction of what I give my clients access to because of them investing in me. You see, you know, when you invest in someone, you give people everything you have in a focused and targeted way, of course, rather than just throwing. Hey, look at all this stuff. Here we go. Of course, it's focused and targeted. I completely agree that investing in ourselves, our business, is key to growth. It really is. I'm loving a certain mastermind group I've joined, and I am loving it too, you gorgeous lady. I agree on pay to play and being part of memberships. Absolutely, Sarah. So what I want to say to you is, if you are looking, and it's still kind of going on the theme of evolution, if you are looking to take yourself and your business to a level that you're not at the moment, what got you here won't get you there. You know, there will be new skills, there will be new networks, new opportunities, new people that will enable you to do that. So make investments rather than expenses, and see those, switch your mindset to understand what is going to be an investment for me. What am I going to get back? I spend every last penny on my own development after bills and food. I'm totally committed to that. I know you are, Vicky. I absolutely know you are, which is awesome. And I know that lots of you are. I know that probably most of you are. And you're saying, oh, yeah, but I can't afford it. And I totally get that. You know, I absolutely get that. But there will be, if you're running a business and you're hitting a wall, you're hitting a ceiling, you're thinking, I'm doing all the things, or I'm downloading all the freebies, or I don't know, you know, just doing the minimum, or thinking, oh, all I know at the moment is enough. Maybe it is. Maybe you have got a lot of stuff you need to implement. Maybe you have got a lot of stuff you need to take action on. But what investments can you make in yourself and your business that are going to help you to grow and evolve? Yes, Helen, what you just said is so true. Not just about getting to the next level, which is important, but from my experience, it's about connecting with the right people, enhance your self-development. Do you know what it's all about? It really is all about the people. It is all about the people. And with that whole pay-to-play thing, that has been getting access to those people in a quicker, more efficient way has just been one of the best things, you know? It really, really has. I couldn't afford it all, but I knew I needed to find a way to afford it and step up. And you have, and you did. And look what's happening, girl. Look what's happening. You're smashing it. You're absolutely smashing it, which is so great to see. So that is what I wanted to share with you today. It's very much in line with evolution. It's very much in line with, you know, really understanding kind of what your next move is and looking at all of your outgoings. I highly recommend you sit down and you get honest and you say, what is going out of my business currently? What is an expense and what is an investment? And going forward, looking to the future, what is going to be an investment? And not just in terms of I give money, I learn something, but connections, relationships, opportunities, growth, contacts, collaboration opportunities, joint ventures. I've got so many things coming up that I'm so excited to share with you guys, all in the name of what I'm talking about. All in the name of what I'm talking about. So that is my action I want to set for you guys today is have a look at what's going out. What can you cut back on that is an expense, but where can you make an investment? And again, the reason why I'm sharing this as well is because of the things that I'm doing to change in my business. I'm always investing in myself. I've spent a lot of money and I'm continuing to spend a lot of money, and because it's an investment, because I pass all of that on to my clients. I pass everything I know and I have on to my clients, the people who invest in me, of course, so I can help them get to their next level. And if that's something you are considering, I know I've spoken to a few of you, my prices are changing, my packages are also changing. So I'm not going to be delivering 1 and 2 month packages anymore. They are going. I will be doing it 1 day intensives. I will be doing 3 and 6 month packages, and I will be doing a little mini consultation package. But I will not be doing my 1 and 2 month coaching packages anymore. But if you book before the end of January, you can still take those up. So you can still take advantage of my 1 month and 2 month package. The reason why I'm changing those is because how I best serve people and what I've noticed about the results that my clients are getting based on how long we work together, okay? So 1 day intensives and half day intensives are staying. 1 and 2 month coaching packages are gone as of the 31st of January. So if you want to take advantage of those at the current price, send me a message and let's have a chat, and we can talk about what you need and how I may be able to fit those needs based on my skills and expertise, the things that I've invested in, what I've learned, who I'm connected to, and how I may be able to help you. So just shoot us a message, we can have a chat. Of course, there's free resources in this group as well. There's free resources on my blog. If you would prefer to do that, of course you can. I just got invited to be part of Artist Open House today. That's awesome, Vicky. How exciting. Now, what an opportunity that will be. Oh, thank you, Caroline. Great advice as ever. Hey, Amy. So hopefully you found that helpful. Let me know what you think. Always good to hear your feedback, whether you agree or don't agree. That's totally cool. So me and my new hair are going off. I've got some exciting meetings this afternoon. I hope you have a great afternoon and it's sunny wherever you are. And if you want to talk to me about working together, just give me a shout. See you later.